Hello everyone, Jeff here for Respawn Studios, back with Mission 2 of my Intel and Skull Guide for Halo 5 Guardians. Mission 2 is called Blue Team. There are going to be 8 pieces of intel and a skull. The first piece of intel is very early on in the mission. I was looking back where you spawn. There's no enemies at this point. You come around that walkway. It's kind of out over an abyss, and this first computer is right up the stairs, hard to miss. Okay, now the second piece of intel, you have to go up here, up that ramp. There are some elites and grunts, jackals in this room. Just showing you come in through that door just for more points of reference, but you're heading toward right here where that red light is. On the back of this area is our second computer, second piece of intel. They will not all be computers though, but several of them are. Okay, our third piece of intel, we have now come through 2 huge rooms that we had to clear enemies from, and we're heading deeper into the ship. But before you go in there, over on the right of this final hallway, you're going to climb up. 1, 2, and then jump across, and the more standard looking piece of intel on the ground here. Just the kind of data pad. Alright, so now intel piece number 4. This can drive people crazy because there's so many walkways and dark tunnels, but it's in one of the main rooms actually. In here, the door is going to open and there's an invis knight with a sword that runs in. Where you come through, that's where you have to head. When you come through that grate, you're by this other area. And just crouch in here. And there's the datapad. Alright, we're halfway done our intel. I know it says 7 out of 8. I was getting these out of order, so I was putting them back in order for the video. Okay, number 5, we've had to come through this area where you'll know it. There's windows. You see this huge ship battle. And directly ahead is this computer. Alright, now for number 5, this is for the hunters. I'm going to point out 2 things here. When you are in this area, there's an achievement, an optional 10-point achievement. First, the piece of intel is right here in the middle of the ground, so grab that. But also going to quickly mention the achievement. If you don't kill those hunters, just hit the console button and drop down. You get a 10-point achievement at the end of the mission when you're fighting off the waves of enemies before you get on the ship. Okay, anyway, back to intel. Here is the next one. In this huge reactor room, when you drop down, just on the left here is the computer. And in this same room, there's the center of it, the kind of reactor area that we're going to drop down and use as an elevator. But you could just jump up here, or you could come up the walkways, just showing you some more points of reference. You're climbing up everything, up onto this pipe, and we are now going to get the skull. Not exactly sure which skull this was, black eye or iron, but we'll see together in a second. You come along the pipe till you reach the end, you jump across, jump up here into this dark area, and back here where it's really hard to see, I guess should have upped my brightness, there's a grate. You have to jump and use the ground pound because a regular melee won't get it open, or at least it may take several. Once you're in here, there's an ammo box with some BRs, DMRs, and over here in the corner there's our skull. I couldn't even read the text, sorry, that was really quickly. But here we go. Our final piece of intel, we have just come from the area where you use the Banshees. Well, you don't have to, but to blow up the fans. And as you move along, here is the final console. Alright, so that is all 8 pieces of intel and the skull for Mission 2. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with more guides soon.